Hey, good morning, good evening, good noon, good day, everyone. Now, this is Coach Ferdinand. I'd like to share something with you, especially we'll talk about situational awareness. Let's kind of discuss situational awareness. Let's say, for example, this is you. You read the situations based on how you see it. It could be the situation itself, it could be the people around you. So, there are three involved situations, how do you read it, and the people around you, and you are in the middle of it. So, in the presence of both of it, and you will be situationally aware. Now, how do you see it? It could be from the way how you perceive it. So that's your perceptions. And when you see by its perception, it's based on your understanding. Now you understand the situations or with the people around the situation. It could be normal or could be the sorry, it could be this crisis level. Yeah, and when you understand now, what do you perceive from that situations offered and or the people around situations, you kind of put yourself into anticipations. Now, it's put it here, so you're ready with it, and finally, you will make a decisions that will start making decisions by way how do you perceive it and anticipations and from this decision makings will be taking actions. Now I understand there are three actions has to be taken based on how do you perceive it, and the outcome of such actions, it will be success or failure based on that action. So there are three actions that I could share to you people's taking actions about. So let's say for example, number one is do nothing. So it depends. So they do normally nothing that when they perceive situations and the people around situations, it could be, let's say, a short term or a long term decision making, which is they participate from it. It could be based from how they see things and reference from their goals, coupling with ambitions. Yeah. And then the second one is do normal. Okay, so people normally do normal based on the pattern of the society standard, which is really normal. They want to be equal to this or equal to that, and people says that could be this and could be that. So normally they are in the norms of the society standard. So they perceive the way as it is, and their goals was based on the normal levels. Could be based from the short terms, or could based from the long terms, and could be from normal situations, or let's level up with the crisis situation based the situation has been offered. And the third one is massive action. So now, how do we perceive and taking actions above all from understanding and anticipations, which is going to you and may make decisions that allows you to take actions. Let's say, for example, if you do nothing, could be the outcome of it could be successful, it could be failure. If you could do normal, it could be successful or could be failure. And you do massive actions, it could be the same as well, successful or failure. And what is the decision making if you do such thing as, let's say, massive actions? The difference between nothing normal and massive actions is the way how you create your goals. Yeah, especially with ambitions. So creating goals, we'll talk about that on the next time. And also coupling with it is the ambitions, but it has to have with the timeline. Yeah, so we have to have the timeline in order for us to take our initiative actions by way of perhaps massive actions. Let's say, for example, if your goals doesn't move you that much, doesn't put you into the drives for results, it doesn't make you disciplined, or you don't have discipline, and you don't sense that you are persistent, means your goals is a smaller one. You have a smaller goal. If you put yourselves, find yourselves taking actions on the normal level, perhaps your goals it's the way it is. And if you have the massive goals, it will create a massive actions as well. So the same exactly what is supposed to be. So I kind of put it back again to how decision making, put it this way. So let's put it this way. I want to route you here in the way how you perceive things. Okay? So perceptions was based to make a creation decision making. It could be a positive one, could be a negative one to you. So let's say, for example, I mentioned that taking actions, there are three ways or three level: do nothing, do normal, and do massive actions. And as well, when you perceive situations and the way how do you offer yourselves, and the kind of three layers for me involved there is you. It's all about you, yeah. And the other outer circle is all about your family, and the next outer circle it's all about other people. Yeah, let's say this is you. It's you and family. Excuse my writing. This is just a graphic and other people. Yes. Okay. So kind of me thinking of when I put myself as you in here. When you perceive situations, the normal decision making and also the outcome of the actions is also based really from this. Let me explain it to you. Uh, you, let's say for example, it's if your consciousness level is only to the level it's merely more about you and your actions and the way how you perceive and making a decision makings and taking out your actions from nothing normal or massive action and the outcome of results, it's all about for yourself, for your level. However, let's say for example the way how you perceive is doing things beyond from you, which is reaching to the family circle, the benefits of the family, the outcome, which is will be put you in the state, could be a reference from the long term or even the short terms, which is the big H here, the big H, which is we call happiness. Yeah, let's put it there. The one big H beyond from the situational awareness, base. This is from the outcome. Now, and if your actions or if your perceives when you see situations in or with the people is based on decision making that allows you on the perceptions for your family, you go beyond than the normal you level. I hope you get the message across. And how about if you think of this is me and this is my perceptions. I taking care what's family outcome would be like, and as well with other people's outcome would be like. When you kind of think of it, for me, it's a training. It's a training. I mentioned earlier it's in the normal level, and when you forget to do things much more effective way, it will level to crisis. It could be what called it. If you fail to reinforce it with massive actions, gonna put yourself in the failed situation, field level or field outcome. However, if you use it as a reference to train more of yourselves, the other people's concept, which is I train myself to address too, beyond from me, from my family, well, giving me the benefits that I always put myself in this state of unknown state, which is I will reinforce myself with all those kind of perceptions to anticipate it and making decisions beyond from what I can do, what I can help to do for my family and what I can do best for other people. So it means the other people's, I keep training of myself to address other people's in such a way that I keep reinforcing it. And then again, kind of circulate things around it. I have to do things beyond from my capacity, and I will put my state in the driven for that results, and also as well as elevate my discipline standard and persistent to that effort. Now, with a lot of these explanations, it's all boiled down into you on your attitude. Let's say, for example, I kind of share it to you, one big attitude of yours. So attitude came from behaviors and then a repetitive pattern of habit, and then it will become your personality. So when you have that kind of personality, and we call it, let's say, attitude. Now, let's kind of put it back into one idea that the attitude came from where? From home. Let's say from 0 to 7 years old. Yeah. And from that time, you create the knowledge and wisdom that creates your attitudes or perceived perceptions that reinforce it until such time you become 7 years old. So let's say, for example, this is your consciousness level and this is your subconscious level beneath of this conscious and the unconscious level. The automations is operate from the subconscious and unconscious level, including your breathing, your mental and emotional response to it. It could be automated. Normally, it's 97 to 98% that operates from this level. So automated system on in control around 97 to 98%. On the other hand, only 3%, 3 or 2%, which is operate from the conscious level. Especially, it's you will beyond 7 years old when you want to put on the stage, which is your attitude of, let's say, success outcome, which is you always wanted to achieve. And on the conscious levels, you need to reinforce your building of new pattern of habit that allows you to put it on the automated state, which is on the subconscious levels. They call it sometimes the wisdom. Okay, the knowledge converting it to wisdom. Yeah, I hope you are listening to me. And from that wisdom, you have to create a new pattern of habits. It could be from thoughts, and then you always reinforce it with words you say to yourself, and you will form a new pattern of habit. And from that new pattern of habit, you will create your personality. When that personality will create the result. So along with here, this is normally what they train in order for it to become a new pattern of wisdom, which is put into automated state, which is every time when you make decision makings, reading from the situational, all the situation, your situational awareness, reading the situations, could be the situation itself or with the people around the situation, and on the normal levels, rising into the crisis situations, addressing the short term, it could be the long term. So go back to it. Let's go back to it. So 0 to 7 years olds, consciousness level to subconscious level. So when you form a knowledge converting into wisdom, you need to form a repetitive pattern of habits. So how do we do that? We create a new pattern of habit by way of putting yourself into discipline. You have to be persistent with it. You have to read your goals every day. So you have to encourage yourselves, not just encourage it. You have to break the chains of failed experience of your pattern of habit into changing in new knowledge into putting into automated system by way of making wisdom. So normally it take you 21 days or repetitive of 60 times on one small pattern of habit. So, for a recap of it, if you are on the grown states beyond them from the 7 years old, you have to repeat for 21 days a new small things of habit, and also as well you have to repeat it for 60 times in order for you to start changing on the automated system on habits. It could be passing it through words, could be passing it to thoughts, or the actions taken itself in order for you to deploy or your five senses that will allows you to quickly uh, create new habits and putting it into personality that will drives success results. Now, normally at during the time when you are about between 5 to 7 years old, some way somehow the school is influence you, or even the teachers theirs, or the environment of the schools, or the teachers or the students around it with different perceptions, and you also was being affected by how it was being molded to you. So it's experience also from such environment, from your home, from your schools, or even from your community, well, from your city, or the culture raised from your metropolitans that will also influence you, that allows you to also to pick up from it at a very young age by experiencing it from 0 to 7 years old. You only hear it, see it one time, you perceive it, you will automatically process it. It will become your subconscious levels that use your that will use making decision of it, and also experience. So I will just have to add on in here. So this is one way of excites me, that when you experience, let's say for examples, you think of it from thoughts without taking actions, and also as well you take actions about it. So precondition of the thoughts before you taking action. So when you want to experience it, it starts with imaginations. We're gonna use that imaginations, and you will see the outcome of results by way if it is successful or if it is failure. So, but from then you can start to simulate the experience based on using your imaginations, that will allow you to recalibrate your results once you see which is this outcome will be a failure or not. It's kind of odd, but you don't lose something. You don't lose nothing. You just simulate it from your brain, recondition it. How about if your imagination is always drive you for such result with the massive actions, with the outcome of success before you take actions? When you create a pattern of thoughts from here, let's say this is the thoughts, and you convert it into 21 days or 60 times, and also you bring it into automated states which is driven by your subconscious, and that automations will already creates success thoughts or imaginations, which is you already define your results before you take your actions. So what happened when you take your actions from the actions itself and experience it, that your thoughts is already your allies that will create such results. What could be that results? I believe is one big S. If it is not level to the thoughts that you perceives using the other people's concept perception, and you will repeat it again for yourselves and make a decision makings that allows you to put yourself in another recalibration of your approach that will allows you to bring yourself into success. Okay, so I hope the message come across to you all, and from this we will talk again next time. Until then, this is Coach Ferdinand. See you. Thank you. Bye.